The American Heart Association and Google Life Sciences had an interesting announcement this week about the way that they're going to partner with a very specific goal. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was exciting at the opening sessions. At the very end of opening sessions, Andy Conrad, the CEO of Google Life Science, called Nancy Brown, the CEO of AHA, out into the stage and announced that Google Life Science and the American Heart Association were each going to contribute $25 million for a total of $50 million to provide to one investigative team to attempt to tackle the problem of reversing and preventing atherosclerotic heart disease, coronary heart disease.
During a press conference at the announcement, there was use of the word cure. Are you comfortable with using that word?
I think Andy Conrad in the press conference was pretty clear by what we meant by cure. If we say that we're going to make progress, that seems pretty dull. What we really want to do is try to tackle the notion is, can we cure the problem that kills the majority of people in the world, coronary heart disease? Now, do we think that $50 million is enough? No, but we think it's a pretty good catalyst to get us started. We really do believe that by bringing multidisciplinary teams across a variety of fields together, that we have a chance to be disruptive, to gain some new insights into coronary heart disease, and yes, to reverse it and ultimately to prevent it.
This partnership is all about locating a person, a team leader, who has the big idea. How are you going to do that?
In January, we're going to be working over the course of the next month and a half to construct a request for proposal, request for application. It's going to be very brief. We're talking about a single page. We want to hear vision, we want to hear ideas, we want to hear leadership capability. We want it to be different. We don't want to hear, if you give $50 million to my institution and I can double my lab, we'll do it. We want to hear bold, new, disruptive ideas. We think that the website will be open mid-January to submit applications, and we're going to close for applications on the appropriate Valentine's Day, so that we can then take those applications, and a group from the Heart Association, a group from Google Life Science will review the applications. There likely will be a second process of getting a little more detail, and there may even be personal interviews, etc. But we are going to pick a single leader.
Can you talk about the timing?
It's going to be very quick. If you've worked with the Google folks, they go by the Silicon Valley ethos of let's get it done today.
And finally, just to be clear, this person, this team leader, doesn't really have to be a cardiologist, am I right?
In fact, we anticipate that many of the applications will come from outside the world of cardiology. Now, somehow that team leader has to convey to us how he or she is going to acquire their cardiology knowledge. Is that pairing with a certain group, a certain person? But no, we don't. We're agnostic to where this person comes from. Good ideas are going to, I think, emanate from a lot of different directions. I'll give you one quick example. There was a crowdsourcing contest for trying to understand the protein structure the structure of protein that had vexed protein chemists and structural biologists for several years. They put it out as a crowdsourcing exercise. Who responded and actually won the prize and answered? People who used video gaming technology to demonstrate how this can be done. These are problems that I think we have to open our mind and get. These problems are big enough. We've got to open our mind and get different thinking into the game.